goody, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy, Whosmanzyt. You already know what time it is. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing this little mini scheme. Now this is gonna be out of the under center formations. It's gonna be out of, I'm gonna do 2 formations and a couple of plays, but it's gonna be for people who wanna slow the game down, you know what I mean? Who wanna run the ball and pass the ball. This isn't straight up 100% run. I mean, it's not really going to be working all crazy like that, because I mean, football, you got to mix it up. Now, if you really toting on the dude like that, just keep toting on him. But yeah, so let's get into it. So the first one is going to be I form tight. I'm in the West Coast playbook, by the way. But I form tight is going to be one of them, and then the strong close is another formation, and you can also do the strong slot. But yeah, those are the 3 formations that I like to use. Also, the I-form slot works a lot too. So you can also do I-form wing. Really, all of them except for the pro is what I like to use. So I'll show you guys the couple of plays that I like to do for the I-form tight. Now this is gonna be straight up like you running. Run. That's all you're doing is running. So first off, I like to put in, let's see, this mesh. I like to keep the power O in there and the stretch, and then the, what else? Z spot. And then I'll come out in the ISO, because I mean, it's always nice to come out in, this is like, you know, beginning to get a game, you know what I mean? So like, depending on what my opponent's doing, you know, I'll change it up, and depending on the defense. Now, you know, you come out and you see something like this, depending on what's going on, obviously it's cover 4, so this is like the run D that a lot of people use is cover 4. Now, there are some adjustments that they gonna do, but I only have 1 controller, so I can only do so much. But you know, I'll come out in the ISO, and this isn't something that's gonna be, wow, this isn't gonna be something that's home run hitting every single time. As you see, there was just an instant shed right up the middle. But one thing I like to do, hold RB, hold RB. If you on or RB, R1, and if you want Xbox, it's RB, but hold R1 when you running, like if you're nowhere. See, now this one I had to cut it up, but he's getting, you know, the insta sheds on me up the middle, which I mean, that's gonna happen. It's the run game. But as you see, I'm getting like 3-4 yards. Now when you running the ball, the main thing is you want to at the very least get 3 yards. So I mean, if you're running a ball and you're getting at least three to see, that was about 5 yards right there. If you're getting 3 to 5 yards every time you run the ball, you do the math. 2 runs, that's a first down. And if you get 3, let's see, you know, you get 9. But I mean, it's better to have either 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1 at the end of the day than 3rd and like 6 or something like that. So another reason why I like this is you have this power O. Now power O is pretty nice, especially if you have a good you know, a good lineman like DeCastro there, because I mean, you see what he does. He comes around and then you mix it up, as you see we did there. And James Conner fighting, but you know, it's not gonna be a home run hit. And this is a slow the game down. You know, if you're up and you're playing good defense, slow the game down. You just want to toe on your dude. Like I said, you're running the ball. This is for sure a running. I don't know why he jump cut like that, but as you see, we had a nice little hole there. Another play that you can run out of this is the stretch. The stretch is good. I don't really have to. I don't like have to explain the stretch, but you know, you gotta just. Wow. You just gotta follow the blocks, find the hole, cut up field. This is not a east-west type of thing that you want to be doing, but as you see, you know, the dive is really that, or the ISO is really a dive, but the ISO is the main thing that I want to do. Now, you know, they keep coming out in some crazy and they pinch in a line as cover 4. You see cover 4 is really good run D on this stretch, but if they're coming out in like something else other than cover 4, you know, you're going to be running that. Now, there are some good plays out of this, obviously. Oops. Let me reset that. So, with this mesh is nice because you have, oh my god, I do this every time. This mesh, you have a good concept that you can run there. Now you can block him like this, or you can do something like that, you know, just to occupy one of the linebackers or the user. So, you know, you obviously have a high-low. You make your appropriate read, yada, yada, yada. I don't really have to go into that too much. I mean, you know, high-low reads, you just take it just makes it easy. And another one, this Z spot, same thing, but you have that post over the back end there. Obviously, this is going to be something that you're going to want to run, like those kind of plays you're going to want to run on the hash marks. I like to do it like so because you just have more room. Now you can block the fullback, or you can put a running back there and just do the same thing. You know, something like this works too. These wheel routes are nice coming out the backfield just because you don't have, I don't know, I don't get such weird animations. So you see you have that X and the square there. Now luckily I have a crap ton of time, but as you've seen though, you had all those, you had the two routes open. Now if the user wants to guard the corner route in the Z spot like this, if they want to guard this corner route from the Grimble, then McDonald's more than likely going to be more open than anything. Or you can do something like this, just make it even more simple on yourself. Come over here, pass lead it up, yada yada yada. I don't have to explain that too much, but as you see, that works from cover 4. That'll obviously work on cover 2. Now if it's cover 3, then this post from McDonald is going to be nice, and you can, just to occupy or just to do something like this can help. Once again, you can do something like that just to occupy the user a little bit. Now obviously you see I got in a little nice spot in the zone on this cover 4, but cover 3, the deep middle is open normally, and that depending on what they're doing, the underneath is going to be open, which is why you want to do something like that, or I don't know, you can do something like this. I like the wheel routes coming out the backfield because of that. Like, now obviously that was a tight throw. I should have lowballed that, but you see that's against a good safety. Now another thing that you can do is you can audible to this. Now it's nice because it basically flips the play. So now you have it running to the wide side of the field, and you have the slant coming off the backside. Now once again, I don't have to explain this one too much. You read what the defense gives you. Now, if everybody's crashing toward this run, you hit Smith-Schuster. So you see everybody. Oh man, they did a good job on doing that one, because that linebacker, he kind of bluffed. Now this is in the I-form wing, so you can do the I-form wing. You can get to this power O, which is also pretty nice. I do like this power O. Something that you can do on this one is something like, Jesus. So something like, you can do something like this. Once again, another high-low read. Cancel out that play action, and bam, you have a high-low read. I threw that dummy late, obviously, but you seen I had him wide open. And then, this is something that you don't want to be running that close to the end zone. But anyway, y'all get the gist of that. Now, I'm going to back out, and we're going to show y'all the other couple of plays. Let's see. The I-form slot, I would set it up like this. I would do the halfback dive alert bubble. Weak flood is pretty nice. And then, where's the other one? You can do this stretch alert bubble and this sail wide shake. Now, I mean, There's a couple of other nice plays. This post wheel is kind of nice too. The dagger is always a nice concept. It makes them choose what they need to go after. You have this this PA boot comeback is always nice. It's a high-low read with a a deep route coming in there, and then you have the PA post shot. Now, it really depends on what my opponent's coming out in, but I do like to come out in the dagger. Once again, we're gonna just come out in. I'll show y'all guys in different formations. But so now the good thing about this one is, I mean, it takes time. So it's 3 routes, but it takes time. So the streak is the clear out route. McDonald is going to be your first read. Smith-Schuster is your second. And obviously, Moncrief, don't rule them out because streaks in the slot are pretty nice, especially if they're in like cover 3 or something like that. But, you're going to want to read it. And the reason I say that is because it's a tight throw, and depending on what coverage they run and how they do it, that Smith-Schuster route, so like if your user's guarding the drag real hard, then normally that Smith-Schuster route is going to be open. Now, sometimes I like to smart route it and get him like that because he gets underneath those deep blues. So you have him there, and you see you had Smith-Schuster running across the middle. Now, that play, I don't like to run that play too much because, I mean, it is pretty easy to figure out. Now, this is kind of like a cover 3 kind of thing, so you can do something like this. Once again, I like to throw those little hitch routes underneath like that to help occupy the user because he's going to have to go with either the drag or, nicks there. And then that post route on cover 3 normally beats the the safeties if it's cover 3. Cover 2, it shouldn't. But once again, I'm just showing y'all just real quick stuff. So, make your reads. Bam. That was what, like 7-8 yards there. Let's see. We're going to go over this one again just so y'all can see. So you have the drag, and then bam, it's tight. I would probably lowball that, but like I said, depending on what the user does, sometimes if they pick up on what you're doing, they'll go ahead with the they'll go ahead and take the out route or the in route from Smith-Schuster away first. So then it'll leave that right there with McDonald open. Now pass lead that up, obviously, if he just backs up immediately. And then you also have this play here. I would put my either faster or more agile receiver in the slot there where Moncrief is, because bam, these little alert looky plays that you've seen, I picked up 8 yards there too. So that's always a nice little option. And then obviously you can, if they don't go with the run, you pick up, that's 5 yards right there. But if they don't go, if they bite on the pass more than the run, that's 5 yards right there. So this is something to slow it down. Once again, this is another good play to run if they're favoring inside too much. Bam. You see there, what is that? That's either a first down, depending on how fast your dude is, that's either a first down or a touchdown or, a good amount of yards. Now, you have to, obviously, you can't just blindly throw it, because if that linebacker decides to cover the run or the pass, then, that could be an interception, but that also leaves you more space for, to run the ball, which is always nice. So, you got that there, and then this YSL shake. I mean, you got a post and you got a corner out, and then you can do something like this if it's cover 3 to occupy some of the safeties, and then something like that. Once again, these are just little concepts you can run. So you do this, and then you have him underneath. Now you can put a running back there, or you can leave the fullback there. It doesn't really matter. So the user with that one, they're gonna have to basically make a decision to either take the McDonald or him away. Meanwhile, you have I like to take that one out just to help blocking, because this is an easy formation to blitz, obviously. But you know, if they do decide to blitz, you're gonna have two routes. Now you can do something like this if it's cover 3. You know what I mean? Once again, this is a cover 3 beating kind of concept. I would probably do something like this to bring that cut in sooner. And it's kind of a weird angle. So, I mean, once again, I mean, it's something that you can think about. But, you know, you also do have this option here, which is nice. I mean, it's just a lot that you can do out of this play. And once again, sometimes I'm telling you, this route here, this little hitch from the fullback or the running back, because you can block this fullback and do it the same with the running back. The difference is an option, so he'll go out to the flat as well. But you do something like this, and it'll occupy. He sits in that nice spot of the zone, pick up a few yards, make your reads, yada, yada, yada. You have a high-low on the left. Which is nice. And the good thing about this is you can come out in so many different under center formations. So, you know, you got the I-form slide, the strong close, which I'll get into next. So you have this mesh. I'll show you all the mesh real quick before I get into the strong pro, because this video is going to be going on for a minute. But obviously you want to run it to the other side, but high-low, bam, another high-low concept. If you want, you can do like this, and you have something on the backside, or you can have him on an end. But those little hitch routes, man, I'm telling you, they come out nice. You can put Connor. Actually, this concept on that side is pretty nice too, and do something like this, just in case. I mean, look, you have a running back over there. That's what, 5 yards if they're, you know, doing something like that. And my bad, my phone's dying, so I'm gonna have to hurry up with this. But let me get into the last little bit of this, and we're gonna come out in the strong, and my audibles are gonna be mesh, and then I would do FL drive, the scissors, and then where's the last play? This deep cross. Now the deep cross is nice, and then I like to come out in the off tackle. Now it really depends. The off tackle isn't as good as the stretch and all the other formations, so you know, I don't know if they coming out and pinch bucko, right? You're gonna see it's not. Actually, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a good run play in general. It's a good run play. It's not the best against everything, because some stuff just, you know, destroys it. But this mesh is nice. Obviously, I've shown y'all that. Y'all have this FL drive, which is very nice, and I like to do this setup here, and you'll see why. Bam. If they do blitz heavy, you see this. I mean, drags always kill man. This PA scissors is a good cover 3 beater. I'm telling y'all right now, don't sleep on that play. Something like that, or you can once again throw that in there, but you know, it's a good cover thing. See, in that case, should have had obviously I knew, but you know, I should have something like this, right? Do something like this, especially if they're blitzing. Now, it's not always gonna pick up this blitz, but bam, look at that. You got all this space. Now that's if they're blitzing. Now if they're coming out and they're playing coverage, which I'll show y'all here. Hopefully this video ain't running on too long. I know some of y'all people got stuff to do, but so we're gonna come out in cover 3. I'm gonna show y'all cover 3. So the reason this is a cover 3 beater, bam, bam. So, you know, you've been toting on your dude all day and blah, blah, blah. He's coming out in this. You wait a little bit, and normally it'll split. It'll split that. So I'm gonna throw this away. Let me scoot this back. did something. I think I didn't set it up right, I'm pretty sure. So, oh yeah. I remember what I do now. So, how did I set this up? I did it like this. I set it up like this, right? I set it up like this because this out route is gonna occupy him, and then you should be able to fit it. You see, you fit it right in there. It's a scary throw, but you fit it right in there. So you can do cover 3 beater like that. You can set it up. It depends on what they're doing with that guy too. So you can set it up like this, right? Bam. Do something like this to have your check down, because you know if they are sending some heat with the cover 3, it's nice to have your check down. But I'm pretty sure I was able to run it straight up like this before as well, and it should work because that why am I blanking on the name? But the curl route, sorry, that curl route occupies that safety just enough, and especially if you have a really fast corner, you're good, you're gold. I do like this FL drive play as well. I'll set it up like bam, and you have that curl, and sometimes depending on how strong the arm is, you've seen how I had a step on him, but depending on out. So, but anyway, I mean, you can get tricky with this one, like so. Set it up like so. You got that out route, and then bam. And you know that the Ravens have a really good defense. Actually, I'm not gonna say pretty good. They have a really good defense. They have a really good secondary. And then once again, you know, you start toting on them. I didn't even follow the lanes right anyway at all, but you know, you start toting on them. You can slow the game down with this run. My run stick right now is horrible, but you have good runs. Okay. It wouldn't let me hike the ball there, but anyway, y'all see what I'm doing. Y'all see what I'm doing. Because then you got the strong slot, so you got this HB dive. I don't really set anything up in this one, but I mean, you have the mills, which is a nice play. You got the stretch alert bubble. The stretch alert bubbles are always nice. I haven't messed with this play, but it looks nice. It looks nice. So you got these two routes here. So I don't know. I'm just free balling, I guess, on this one. But I don't know. We try something like this just to see what's going on. That was a horrible. I don't even know why I threw that, bro. Anyway, I mean, you can always mess around with stuff. So let's see. I don't know. Let me just mess around. I'm gonna lab at the end of this. Ooh, so yeah, there you go. You got that streak, and if you messing with somebody with a fast tight end or something like that, you put your running back at tight end, bam, streak him, leave that there, and obviously you see, and that's where Earl Thomas is in the zone over there too. So if the user follows him, you know what I mean, you could do something like this too. Because if that user follows him, oh Lord Jesus, I got blasted there. I mean, if you have time, obviously, you can do something like this, right? You have time. Oh, I threw that late. But anyway, you see where it's going. You can go to the other side as well. So you have two crossing routes. Bam, bam, bada bing, bada boom. You got this HB dive. Once again, long as you're picking up 5-10 yards or 3 to 5 yards. I say 3. If you're picking up 3 yards minimum, you know what I mean? You mix in there, Look at that. You start mixing your plays up, your runs, your passes. It's gonna be hard to stop you, especially under center. And then, then you can start going into your shotguns. And also, don't even forget, y'all got these the West Coast playbook nice, man. I'm telling y'all, but there's so much you can do out of this, man. You need them quick little 1-2 yards. You need the quick 1-2 yards. You switch over to the near. You have your dual running backs in there. Let's see, near, close. Look at this. Near, close. This is one of the best short yardage formations to run on, man. Look at that. That was what, 2-3 yards? So if you need a quick 2-3 yards on your opponent real quick, run that play. But anyway, I'm done talking. I don't know if I said at the beginning of the video, but smack the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Anyways, I'm out. Where's it at? Hold on. No, I can do this. No.